Aristotle was born in 384 BCE in the city of Stagira, in the northern part of ancient Greece. His father, Nicomachus, was a physician, and Aristotle's early exposure to medicine and biology influenced his later works in natural sciences. At the age of 17, Aristotle moved to Athens to study at Plato's Academy, which was a renowned school of philosophy founded by Plato. He became a student of Plato and studied there for approximately 20 years. While Aristotle was a student of Plato, their philosophical views diverged on several key points. Aristotle criticized Plato's theory of forms, suggesting a more empirical and realistic approach to knowledge. After leaving the academy, Aristotle served as a tutor to Alexander the Great, who later became one of the most famous military leaders in history. This period influenced Aristotle's views on politics and leadership. In 335 BCE, Aristotle returned to Athens and established his own school called the Lyceum. Unlike the Academy, which focused on abstract and theoretical philosophy, the Lyceum embraced a more systematic and empirical approach, covering a wide range of subjects. Aristotle's contributions to philosophy are vast and cover metaphysics, ethics, politics, aesthetics, and more. His works include Nicomachean Ethics, Politics, and Metaphysics. Aristotle made significant contributions to the natural sciences. His works on biology, such as Historia Animalium and On the Parts of Animals, laid the groundwork for the study of zoology. Aristotle died in 322 BCE in Euboea, Greece, at the age of 62. The exact cause of his death is not known. Aristotle's influence on Western thought is immeasurable, and his works continue to be studied and respected across various disciplines. His emphasis on observation, classification, and logical reasoning has left a lasting impact on fields ranging from philosophy to biology. Aristotle's emphasis on observation and empirical study set the foundation for the scientific method. His detailed observations in fields like biology laid the groundwork for later scientific inquiry. Aristotle's ethical philosophy, particularly in works like Nicomachean Ethics, introduced the concept of virtue ethics. He argued that cultivating virtuous habits leads to a good and fulfilling life. Aristotle's work in logic, especially in his book Organon, provided a systematic approach to reasoning and argumentation. His development of syllogistic logic has had a lasting impact on philosophy and formal reasoning. Aristotle's Politics remains a foundational work in political philosophy. His exploration of different forms of government and the concept of a mixed government influenced political thought for centuries. Aristotle's views on slavery have been criticized, particularly his notion of natural slavery. He suggested that some people are naturally suited to be slaves, and this has been a point of ethical contention. In his work on astronomy and physics, Aristotle supported a geocentric model of the universe with the Earth at the center. While this was widely accepted in his time, it later hindered progress in understanding the solar system. Aristotle's essentialism, which posited fixed natural types for living organisms, hindered the development of evolutionary biology for centuries. His views did not easily accommodate the idea of species changing over time. Aristotle's views on the role of women in society were reflective of the patriarchal norms of his time. He argued for a hierarchical and subordinate role for women in the household and society. It's important to consider Aristotle's ideas within the context of his time and the historical development of thought. While some of his ideas laid the foundation for future advancements, others have been criticized or superseded by later developments in philosophy and science. Now here are just some quotes from Aristotle. These quotes reflect Aristotle's thoughts on a wide range of topics, including wisdom, virtue, happiness, friendship, education, and human nature. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Happiness depends upon ourselves. It is not enough to win a war, it is more important to organize the peace. The more one knows, the more one realizes how much one doesn't know. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work.